said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done.
All right, good morning. Jake here. Lindsay is back home in Fargo. Missing her a lot today. But here we are, Arizona. Came down to visit my mom, my kids and I. She lives in a little retirement community outside of Florence, Arizona, about 45 miles south of Mesa. And right outside of her little community is this. Just these little kind of dirt trails. A lot of people come out here in side-by-sides. So this morning, just gonna make a quick run. We're gonna head to a lake, so just making this one quick. It's only like, they said like 84 degrees, but it doesn't feel that warm. Definitely not as humid as back home. So I don't mind this at all. I brought the Camelback with. We'll just keep it down here for when we come back. That way we got water with us. The plan for today, just a few miles, just on some of these flatter trails. All right, so it's been a few weeks since the 100. Pretty much took about a week off after that with really no activity at all. A lot of stretching. The blisters on my feet, I ended up peeling some of that, you know, that skin, that outer layer that blisters up. Peeled that off about a week later. Made that a little more tender. I'm still on the bottom of my left foot. Still feel it when I step, but it's not painful. It just like, it's a little more sensitive, I guess. A couple days ago, I pulled one of my toenails off. Legs have felt good when I started running again, so I can't complain about that. Kind of cool out here, just little trails everywhere, you know. I'm always looking for rocks when I run, so we'll see if I find any cool rocks this morning. So we're out here in the desert. I came across this. I've never seen this before out here, but so a lot of people from the retirement community come out here. Look at this phone up here. How weird is this? But the part of the phone is gone. Little fire pit. I love how safe they are out here. And look at this over here. Got a fire extinguisher just in case you need it. Got grills, just chairs everywhere, fire pits. Just a cool place to come out and hang out. And look, little fence there. Heart rock. Love me a heart rock. Look at that heart rock. That is a good one there. Cool. All right. Dance, dance, dance. Party, party, party. I'm guessing that happens out here. I don't know what that's for. Maybe you stand up there and pee, perhaps, but all right, cool. All right, you never know what you're gonna find out here in the desert, but all right, let's keep running here and see what else we can run into. I have never ran into any like snakes or anything out here, or anything that's trying to kill me. Oh, but always on the lookout for that. I'm not really on a trail right now, but we'll figure it out. Right where I'm at right now, like if it rains, I feel like this is where a lot of the rainwater would come in. Ants down here will probably try to kill you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm nowhere near a trail. Love that for me. So tomorrow the plan is to run up this behind me. They call that F Mountain. It's really not bad at all. We hiked it with the kids one day, but we can't get there from this trail. You gotta kind of go on pavement around, which is fine. Just get a few extra miles in and then head up that thing. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I'll get a little bit of a longer run in. Right now, probably head back here pretty quick. Thinking about the plan for the fall. So a lot of fall races coming up. Right now, the plan, we got a Twin Cities 10 miler in October. There's the Dick Beardsley in Detroit Lakes in September, the half marathon we're gonna run. There's a Fargo mini half marathon, they call it, October as well. So later October, that'll probably be the last one. But then the one I'm kind of looking forward to, there's a new one the Red River Ultra, they're calling it. So there's a 3, 6, and 12-hour event, I guess, you know, so I'm gonna do the 12 is the plan. It's on September 20th. It's on a 5-mile loop. It's not like a backyard ultra. Get as many miles as you can in the time that you're set up to run. Starting to feel better running now, and I think try to get a few longer runs in. There's that fence that we can't get over. I suppose I could sneak through it, but yeah, there's probably a reason. But either way, so tomorrow we'll head up this guy. Couple miles in, this is gonna be about a 4-mile run, that's it. Just out here. There's so many different trails out here. I know how to get back, but I'm definitely not gonna be able to take the same trail I took to get here, so it'll be fun. I just like being out here. It's nice to be running out here in the heat and not be sweating. It's weird to run. The sun isn't shining either. There's some cloud cover. They say it's gonna rain. All right, let's get this run done. All right, day 2 Arizona running. We're gonna head down this highway and head to this F mountain is the plan. Today's temps, it's in the 80s. The sun is shining, so it does actually feel hotter than yesterday, because yesterday, a lot of cloud cover. But yeah, excited to go up this mountain hill. I think it's only about 500 feet to the top, so try to run up it. I don't think there's a Strava segment though, so, but that's all right. F mountain straight ahead. That's where I'm heading. Couple of little switchbacks to get to the top, come down, head back. No shoulder. Just gonna head down into the ditch here as much as I can. I think I'm just gonna have to take those trails on the way back and figure out a way to get back other than the highway here. But yeah, I can see the F mountain straight ahead here. They call it F mountain. There's a big F on the front of it because Florence is where we're at. So last night, well, 2 nights ago, we were talking about like restless legs, and my mom said, have you ever tried a weighted blanket? The answer to that is no, I have not ever tried a weighted blanket. So I tried one the first night, kind of like that. And then last night, I just could not fall asleep. So I took that thing off and fell asleep. It was good. So Lindsay likes the bottom of the covers tucked in. I do not. So whenever she makes bed, she tucks the bottom of the covers in. I pull them out on my side. We get to a hotel, that's the first thing I do. Pull out the sheets on the bottom of the bed. And that's kind of how that weighted blanket made me feel. Like I was trapped in bed. I was thinking I couldn't sleep. So I was thinking all these, would you rather, right? Or what do you prefer? One of them is, do you like the sheets tucked in under your bed? I don't know. I'm sure there's half people do, half people don't. More to come. If I remember right, this is what we see in front of us, that trail, that wider gray trail. I think there's another trail on the back side. I think we'll take that down. And then there are trails back here. I'm just gonna see if I can get back home on those trails instead of running on the highway. I got to thinking about all these would you rather type of questions. That sounded like a rattlesnake or something. I don't like that. Would you rather run with sand or pebbles in your shoe or wet socks for a marathon or a run? I think I would choose a little bit of a pebble or gravel or sand, or a little bit of sand or a pebble in my shoe instead of wet socks. That's just me. Say you're running a marathon, would you rather miss a PR by 1 second or 30 minutes? I don't know, I missed one by a minute, and you know, you miss by a minute, you miss by a mile, right? Isn't that what they say? So either way, it sucks. Whew. 14% grade here, and it's rocky. Not running right here. All right, made it up the first kind of part of the switchback. I saw 18% was the steepest grade. This is not runnable for me. I'm not that good of a runner. I'll be down at the bottom of the hill in no time if I try running this. I think we're like halfway up already. The sun feels good. Like I said, low 80s, no wind, just kind of little haze in the air. Lindsay has, where she teaches her that HIIT and treadmill class, a flyathlon they're calling it. So she's doing 3 classes this morning, 3 different ones. So that'll be fun for her. Oh, there's a bench up here. That sounds like a great idea. That went a lot quicker than I thought. Almost at the top here. Let's run this last little bit up here. Straight down. Yep. Crazy. I love the mountains around here. They're just randomly everywhere, and I always look at them from a distance and wonder, gosh, I wonder how many trails are on there, or is anybody up there hiking right now, running? All right, we are at the top. It is official. 2.8 miles in. Not bad. All those trails are gonna lead to home somehow. I know there's a fence I need to cross. It's like a barbed wire fence, so I feel like I can sneak under it if I get to it. I don't want to run on the highway again. That was a little sketch, is what the kids say. God, there's a lot of mountains around here. It's crazy. So today, we're heading to a water park. Looking forward to that. The kids, they'll really enjoy it. I think yesterday was fun. We went out to a river, went out to a lake. The river was super crazy. There was tons of people out there paddleboarding and tubing and things like that. A lot of active people. The lake was not busy, which was kind of cool. So that was good. Looking forward to the water park today. All right, so I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Would you rather run uphill all the time, or would you rather run into the wind? I think I'd rather run uphill. The wind, I hate running into the wind. So also out here running in the heat, today I actually got a pretty good sweat going. I think the sun really helps with that. But would you rather run a marathon in 110 degrees or 0 degrees in the cold? I would choose 110 degrees in a second. I hate being cold. I hate running in the cold. Bundling up to go for a run is not my jam. I'll put countless miles on a treadmill before I get out in the cold. Like around Fargo, the sidewalks are full of snow or icy or things like that. I always feel like I'm gonna fall and slip and hurt myself. I'm getting old, so I don't need a broken hip. Well, so at home, geese are on all these little ponds around at home, and they get mad at you when babies are born. They'll hiss at you and kind of charge at you. I haven't seen any snakes or anything out here, or really anywhere. Matahe, I saw a couple. Would you rather be chased by a goose or be chased by a snake? I would choose a goose in a second. Snakes are my biggest fear, and that is, hi, how are you? Good. So that is, I would rather choose a goose. All right, one more, then we're gonna head back down. All right, would you rather do burpees every mile or do a plank at a stoplight? I love burpees, I like planks, but I think I would choose burpees every mile, would be my choice. I honestly think that it was easier going up than down. These loose rocks make it very hard to, and kind of the steeper spots too, make it pretty hard to go down. So we'll get down, we'll go find some trails to get back home. All right, would you rather run 100 miles on a treadmill, or would you rather run 100 miles on a straight road with nothing to see? Whew. That's a tough one. That's a coin flip for me. I don't mind running on the treadmill. I don't mind being bored. So I guess there's that. All right, we're gonna get through this fence right here. Hopefully it's not electric. Okay, we're good. Hearts will break, but I have to chase it. I'm dancing on the edge again. The wind is calling my name. Good morning. Officially day 4. Day 3, phone wasn't working. So none of the audio worked. So just kind of recap what I did. I got a 6-mile run in, did some hills. That's where I'm at today again. So yesterday's run, it was sunny, it was hot, and I loved it. The tough part about yesterday's run, these hills, a lot of big loose gravel. So I did a lot of walking, but either way, it was a good day. Yesterday, a lake, did some more paddle boarding, went to a ghost town. We tried to do a hike to the wave cave. For whatever reason, the trail that it was taking us on did not take us there. The kids were getting hot, so we decided to just come back to the pickup, and then that's when we went out to the lake. So we went to Canyon Lake yesterday, and I tell you what, Canyon Lake, super pretty, super busy. Really not my cup of tea when it comes to that many people. That's kind of why I think back home, the amount of lakes and things that we have to do, you know, you don't have to be surrounded by people all the time, and I kind of enjoy that. Good morning, day 4 in Arizona, final day here. We are heading out on a plane in about 4 hours. Kind of overcast, really not that hot. I don't know what the temp is, probably like 80 or something like that. Try to get them done a little quicker, enjoy a little more. I don't know what the plan is. Maybe the pool. The kids, we've played pickleball every night since we've been here, so they might want to play pickleball too. So either way, one more run in Arizona, then back to Fargo. Luckily, it's still summer there, so summer's not over yet, but we do have a lot of fall races coming up. The plan for that, I want to try to pick up the speed a little bit. We do have some half marathons and things, do those a little quicker. So, all right, climbing up this little hill. This is what I'm talking about. This, just like big loose rocks on these hills here, kind of washed out a little bit, but I'll just take it easy. I don't need to roll my ankle. A couple miles till home. We're gonna finish about 8 miles. Lynn's Monday, back at work. Cannot wait to see her. Man, it's been a long weekend without her, so get a little homesick very easily. Let's finish this run. Being on vacation away from home, you know, don't eat as well as we should. Everyone says I'm gonna start my diet on Monday, right? Well, today's Monday for me. I always think in the back of my mind, I eat pretty well. I like to snack in the evening, but there's always things I could do to kind of clean up my diet, I guess. So I think we're gonna get into that a little bit, maybe into more into winter, you know, like diets. And I wonder what that was. That was a big, I don't know. Keep moving, Jake. So get into more nutrition things and more mobility and stretching and things like that. I want to get into to talk about what's good for runners in general, you know, if you have nagging running injuries and things like that. So more to come on that this winter, you know, when we're kind of cooped up in the house. Hopefully the podcast will be starting up after that too. Like I said, we got a lot of fall races coming up. So as soon as those are done, man, we're gonna be just kind of sitting around inside in Fargo. That's a steep one. All right, 8 miles done. Arizona run, day 4. Check done. On the plane in a few hours, back to Fargo. Lots of running fun for the fall coming up. Can't wait. All right, thanks for checking in. Like, subscribe, comment below, all those things. All right, see ya.